Happy Monday morning, November 17th, everybody. We have pretty important formations in the markets as we speak, which we do pretty much every morning. Every morning we are reminded the power of Fibonacci levels. This had been an incredible fight on oil since Friday. Since Friday. Do not ever, ever, ever ignore reversal zone. It is way too late to short oil. Oil been reminding you the entire morning. Fight, fight, fight is on. At any moment I may be buying oil. Oil showing across multiple time frames that buyers are trying and trying and trying and trying. So will they finally succeed? That remains the key. On that note, let's pay attention to S&P because the fight on S&P had been absolutely brutal. Pay attention where reversal started from on Friday and pay attention to where the buyers just stepped in from. Do not ever, ever, ever ignore this level. This is where buyers picked up this steam few minutes prior to the market open. So let's take a look where S&P is currently to the upside. Once again, I'd like to emphasize to you something. S&P respects decision point 2 like no other instrument I've ever seen. Take a look where S&P is currently and where it's been struggling immensely for the last 3 hours. Is it possible? It is at decision point 2. How predictable is price? Do not ever buy into this level. That's why your last long opportunity was few minutes pre-market. But this is what we are excited about because this was extremely late buy. What will S&P do here? That's where the fun will begin because bearish trend is drastically more powerful than bullish trend. That's where we expect very, very powerful formation. And we know extremely well that sellers may step in a little bit earlier. Bottom line is, buying this here is way too late. If you're gonna get lucky for a couple of points, you might. We're not interested in late buys. Very last buy was here. What happens here will remain the key. No late buys on S&P for us. The fight on oil continues. The fight on oil continues. And just to remind you what I'm expecting on S&P next, as S&P continue breaking ultimate highs. So if you know and respect Alpha Wave Trader method, you would know extremely well. Decision point 2, 2068.50, eventually will be reached. And ultimate reversal zone is 21.50 to the upside. So let's pay attention to the price and let's remember it's way too late to short oil in the reversal zone. It may surprise us and shock us and will collapse a little bit lower. And speaking of the devil, speaking of S&P, what did I say a minute ago? Such a bad idea to buy here. Sellers are picking up this steam and it can get quite nasty. So if you respect the rules, you had been staying out completely. Unless you bought here, you would know extremely well to get out here. So buckle up. Who will win? Will it be buyers or sellers on S&P as price not far off from reversal zone? Exact same identical structure to the downside on oil. Bearish trend is exhausted. Will buyers be powerful enough? That remains the key.